Hey guys, Ethrion here from Langrisser SEA. This is the first non-Langrisser video that I have done, and I sort of wanted to explain why updates have been a bit slow in the last few weeks, and I think that's very clear. Um, Basically, with COVID-19 ramping up as a problem, and with me being a doctor in the public healthcare sector in Singapore, it's been weighing more and more on us, on our minds at work, and as well as at home. I haven't had much of the energy I used to have for Langrisser. I'm still playing, I'm still doing my daily farming, I'm still clearing challenges. It's just that there's so many more things to think about. Uh, there have also been new games coming out that just promise a lot more, how do I put it? It's just easy entertainment rather than Lang where you have to think and strategize and all that. To the point where I've even skipped Apex Arena for the past 2 weeks just because of this. With the new circuit breaker measures or pseudo lockdown that's coming out, it's clear that this situation is only going to get worse. So what I will promise is that there will still be videos released, although they will be on an ad hoc basis as and when I can find time. I will still try to do my monthly summoning videos because those are easy, and it's for data collection. For challenges, I'm going to be slow in releasing them, and during this time, while I'm not releasing many videos, for those of you who still need help, I can recommend a few other content creators from Sea that I feel need more recognition. These include Tumz as well as Dark Prince, both from my server, the Floating City server, and I will include links to their channels below so that if you need help with particular challenges and all that, you can find that from there. As for me, this part is just personal, so if you want to stop here, if you're just interested in Langrisser, feel free, but things are not going the best in Singapore, which is why the circuit breaker measures just got announced. Before that, in the medical fraternity, we could already tell that things were gradually ramping out of control to the point where something had to be done beyond the usual contact tracing and quarantine measures that were taking place since the start of the outbreak. Those were working well for Singapore up to a point, but when our returning citizens and fellow countrymen started coming back from countries hit hard by COVID-19 and they started bringing back cases of COVID-19 with them, it sort of escalated beyond our country's capability to control the situation with what we had in place. And that's why you can see a slow ramping up of measures taken by the government during this time. Nothing but praise for the Singapore government. I'm not their biggest fan, but they have definitely proved their competence in advanced planning, in logistics, in the measures that have been taken. They've also proved their worth in terms of the clear, steady and calm communication that has taken place over the last few months that we've had this issue. At work, I'm not going to release any, I'm not going to reveal any confidential information, but I think it's very obvious that every single restructured hospital in Singapore is gearing up to take more cases of COVID-19. We are converting more and more wards to isolation wards, towards dedicated to taking care of patients with respiratory symptoms. We're also ramping up our supply of ICU beds. We're going to be converting more and more wards to have ICU support with ventilators. We are recalling all ICU trained staff to do refresher courses in the event they might need to use these skills again. And of course, having only just become a full-fledged consultant not too long ago, I'm still fairly in touch with ventilator operations. I foresee that I will be tapped to run one of these ICU units should the need arise. I'll be one of the first sent in. This is not to say that I'm scared. This is our duty. This is what we have to do. It's just that if I am sent into the ICU unit, working with COVID patients, that will be a 12-hour shift, and of course that will cut down on time rather significantly that I have for Langrisser, that I have for recording. So I'm just putting this out there that basically the summary is, as a healthcare worker, normally I like gaming a lot, as you can tell, but it's times like these where healthcare workers like us need to step up. The number of cases keep going up. Yesterday we had the highest peak number of cases ever, and we are almost at 1,200 cases. We keep having new clusters, which is concerning because every new cluster, the day they announce it, means that you will see new cases coming from those clusters. I've lost track, honestly, of the clusters we have. We're probably somewhere in the high 20s at this point in time. With everything ramping up, as a healthcare worker, I have to do my duty. This is obviously not even taking into account the worst case scenario of catching COVID-19 and being isolated, quarantined, or getting very sick. All these are possibilities, but we just have to take things one day at a time. To my fellow Singaporeans, stay strong. I really believe there's no better place in the world to be, both in terms of governance and in terms of the healthcare system that we have to support us. And to my international friends, please stay at home, protect yourself, protect your loved ones, stay safe, stay healthy, and let's come through COVID-19 together. And this will hopefully be my only non-Langrisser video for a while. In any case, this is Ethrion. I hope you have found this helpful. And signing off.